The Texans are absolutely failing CJ Stroud, and this started from last year. Coming off a historic rookie season, and we talked about it in the playoffs, he played well against the Cleveland Browns. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it done against Baltimore. They weren't ready for that test. They made moves in this offseason. Bobby Slowick regressed as a play caller this year, and on top of that, the offensive line was just putrid. You end up losing Nico Collins for a time. Then you lost Tank Dell. Then you lost Stephon Diggs. You really had nothing going for you. Nobody made it easier for CJ Stroud. Then you got guys like Jaden Daniels, guys like Drake May coming up, and CJ Stroud looks like he's below those guys when he's not, in my opinion. CJ Stroud is one of the best quarterbacks in football. In Houston, you have a gem. You are not helping him out in the offensive line. You just traded the best offensive lineman on your team. You haven't made too many moves. I mean, at this point in time, I don't know how long CJ Stroud's going to be there because you're completely failing it.
The Texans are falling into the trap. They're falling into the trap where you have a defensive-minded head coach and a great defense. You're like, we're just going to go all in. We can move off Laramie Tunsil. We don't got to bring in a big-name wide receiver, too. Christian Kirk is good enough, even though Nico Collins has dealt with injuries these last few seasons. And your run game is Joe Mixon. I know you look at the numbers. They look pretty. A lot of touchdowns. Great for fantasy. For real-life football, Joe Mixon is not a top 10 running back. I don't even know if he's a top 15 running back. You have a prime CJ Stroud ready to explode all over the NFL, and you're failing him.
We look at CJ Stroud the first 2 seasons, 1 playoff win in his rookie year, 1 playoff win in his second year. In his rookie year, he didn't have a run game. In his second year, he didn't have a run game again, and he had an offensive line that was very bad. At some point, when are they going to help CJ Stroud and invest into the offensive line? They needed to keep Laramie Tunsil and add to the interior of the offensive line. Get some guards, get some centers. They did the opposite. They're starting from ground zero. This is a dangerous place to be in.